conference yesterday. We encourage you to participate in our closing event on Friday because you're here with us today. So join us on Friday at 4. Join us on our social media pages in the event dubbed Career Talk with Minister Fable Williams with host social influencer Brittany Clark. This begins at 4. The COVID-19 pandemic has taught all of us the importance of being flexible and the need to have the right skills and aptitude to respond to sudden shifts in our sociological and economic environment. Nowhere has this been more evident than in the education sector. We cannot afford to be left behind. And so I close by encouraging our students. Do your research, read widely, and seek to find out as much as you can about career options. Best wishes, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Kenny. Again, this is the greeting by Miss Maureen Thompson, the Director General at the Jamaica Library Service. And
Miss Chantal Paris Beckford, Senior Program Manager, Junior Achievement Jamaica. Miss Simone Smith Parkin, Senior Education Officer, Guidance and Counseling. Dr. Marcia Rowe Amande, Senior Director, Standards Curriculum and Learning Services, Heart NSTA Trust. Mr. Walrick Petty, President, Junior Achievement Jamaica. Dr. Noel Gordon, Motivational Speaker. Other specially invited guests, including our skilled demonstrators, students and teachers, our online audience, members of the media. Good morning. I'm very pleased to bring you greetings, signaling the endorsement of the Jamaica Library Service on this occasion of the National Careers Week Entrepreneurship Forum hosted by Junior Achievement Jamaica. The Ministry of Education and Youth, in collaboration with Junior Achievement Jamaica, the Heart NSTA Trust, and the Jamaica Library Service, have joined in celebrating National Careers Week from February 6 to 11, 2022 under the theme, Career Success, Building Critical Skills to Navigate the Future. This collaboration among key stakeholders is mutually beneficial as we all share keen interest in transformational education to empower our Jamaican youth to transition when faced with adversities in life. The COVID-19 pandemic has been one such adversity. The pandemic has presented opportunities for countries, communities, and citizens to emerge stronger, more resilient, and more innovative. The spirit of resilience and innovation has seen the birth of many entrepreneurship ventures as people and economies have pivoted from the devastation of the pandemic. Many displaced workers are using their talents and competencies from their former jobs to transition into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurial support is therefore crucial to the longevity of these emerging ventures. Junior Achievement Jamaica has been helping to prepare young people for the world of work and to apply entrepreneurial thinking in the workplace, even as many of our traditional beliefs and attitudes about employment are changing rapidly. As an agency of the Ministry of Education and Youth, the Jamaica Library Service has been providing support for youth development and career advancement, a key priority area of our parent ministry. Collections in public libraries and virtual services offered provide a reservoir of information resources for career research. We also facilitate students on community service and work experience programs to help prepare them for the world of work. We encourage both students and adults to visit your nearest parish library or become a member and enjoy the benefits from the programs that are available and free access to Wi-Fi, the internet, and computers. The activities for National Careers Week have been very informative for our students, and today's Entrepreneurship Forum will no doubt enjoy similar success as it seeks to assist in building the critical skills students need on the path to career success. Students, we welcome your active participation in this forum and hope that you will gain new knowledge that will empower you to make excellent choices towards your career goals as you pursue your dreams and aspirations. We commend Junior Achievement Jamaica for this timely forum to provide career pathways to nurture and build critical skills in entrepreneurship to navigate the future and contribute to Jamaica, the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Thank you.
Thank you. And you just heard greeting from Miss Maureen Thompson, the
Hi, welcome again. Thank you, Chantal Paris Beckford, one of our senior program managers for Junior Achievement, doing an excellent job. I also want to just start by just acknowledging some of our key partners, and as per protocol, our colleagues and key partners to the process, from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Dr. Kassan Troop, Chief Education Officer. Also, Mrs. Kennedy Haynes Davidson, Senior Education Officer. Also want to acknowledge Dr. Marcia Rowe Amonde, Senior Director, TVET Development and Support Services from the Heart NSTA, and Ms. Maureen Thompson, Director General of the Jamaica Library Service. And to our teachers, our specially invited guests, our corporate partners, donors, and of course you, the students. Good morning. Often when we plan, we think of the possibilities. We think of change. We think of financial security and the ways we can improve and create systems and processes to make our lives more efficient and more productive. The advancements in technology and the pace at which it has been occurring has given us a window to the world right in the palm of our hands. There's no limit to the information that we can consume on our phones, our tablets, our laptops, our TVs. We're going deeper into the smart age. In every sector, technology plays a role. Farmers are investing in drone technology to spray their crops and finding new ways to get their goods faster to the marketplace. Children are now having school online. People are asking their smartwatches for advice. Video gamers have become game creators and now movie producers. The world is now going into a melting pot of innovation and creativity. And you, the students, can make your mark in your school, in your homes, in your communities, and ultimately in the workplace and beyond. The COVID-19 pandemic has opened the door to new careers, and with it, a blended experience. Now persons are either working face-to-face, remotely, or in a hybrid situation. By constantly seeking knowledge, setting goals, challenging yourselves, what you thought was impossible is now possible. So if change is rapidly and continuously happening around us, then it's important that we prepare, right? There's a quote that says, the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. And at Junior Achievement, we know the value of preparation. Our programs over the years are tried and tested, not just in Jamaica, but globally. In Jamaica, we have over 11 years of experience operating with focus primarily on students in primary and high schools, but also out of school youth and adult literacy programs as well. And our origin dates way back to 1919. So we have a long list of alumni that has contributed to creating an entrepreneurial ecosystem globally. We are registered as a nonprofit organization and are a member of Junior Achievement Worldwide, the largest organization dedicated to educating students about work readiness, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy through experiential and hands-on programs. Our programs will help to prepare you for the real world by showing you how to generate wealth, how to manage it, and how to create the jobs that can make your communities more sustainable, more robust, and always apply that entrepreneurial kind of thinking in everything you do. Most recently, Junior Achievement Worldwide was nominated for a 2022 Nobel Peace Prize. Now, and this is in relation to the work we have been doing globally. This is one of the most notable honors you can receive. And the work here in Jamaica feeds into that global agenda. An honor that would not be possible without the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, the teachers who have been working with the students, our partners, our key partners, and our hardworking Junior Achievement team here in Jamaica as well, and by extension, our Junior Achievement Network. And you, the students, of course, who are poised now to be what? The great leaders of tomorrow. I'm just going to leave you with some of the best characteristics to bear in mind as you navigate your path to your career dreams or that entrepreneurial goal. One, your ability to coexist. As you get more connected, it's important that you listen to each other, learn from your teachers, and gain wisdom from the persons who have started their own business in a particular area that may be of interest to you. Resilience, being adaptable. Change is always happening. Your ability to adapt to change and new situations will also help you to think outside the box. Your technological self-confidence. This is about how we embrace technology. We can't escape it. Technology is entering our life through entertainment. I mean, many of you saw the last Marvel movie, the last Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. It all started with a gamer. Somebody had an idea with a dream and they built on it. So these are the things that we have to embrace, right? Technology is a part of all our consumer products. So seek the knowledge to see what technologies can add value to my business idea or may help me in my career path. Critical thinking, that would help you always be thinking. You're taking information, but critically analyze this information. Pull out what you need to help you to create those next steps to get you where you need to go. Your ability and your willingness to learn. being open to learn new things, try new things. And lastly, seeking the opportunity in problem. The pandemic is here. We have climate change is here. But although we have these challenges, there's opportunity in them. And out of a lot of these challenges, there are new career fields that have emerged as well. Now, in closing, when navigating the future, students, and seeking career success, it doesn't mean that you'll always make the right choices or decisions. Failure may occur, but just remember that failure is a part of that journey to the road of success. Many of you here today are poised to be the great leaders of tomorrow, to be the game changers and the change makers. And Junior Achievement will provide you with some relevant tools to help you to get there and realize that vision. As always, we just want to thank our key partners, Citibank, the Ministry of Education, the US Embassy, all our teachers and students and key stakeholders and our judges today and specially invited guests. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Walrick Petty, for that round of applause in the chat as we welcome the entertainment piece from Region 3.
Your barriers, the taller I become, the further you take my rights away, the faster I will run.
Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You felt that my pride was gone. Oh no. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice,
beautiful, beautiful entertainment coming in from region. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Perfect song for today. And let me just say, very, very creative way of putting that together. And yes, we do believe that we can make it. So thank you again, Region 3, for that lovely song and entertainment. We really enjoyed it. And I see everyone in the chat is raving. You did an excellent job. All right, so before we move into things, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the instructions again for you to rename really quick. So if you're a part of any one of the two competitions today, whether it is the JACE pitch competition or it's the JA Based on Future Business competition, you have to rename in order for us to place you correctly in the breakout rooms, right? So if you're from the high school, you have to put your company name, followed by your school name, then your first and last name. So for those of us who are just entering, or if you got on late, you're gonna rename yourself once you're part of the pitch competition. So it's your company name, followed by your school name, then first and last name. For example, if the name of your company is ProCleanse and you attend Queens and your name is Kimberly White, you're gonna have your name as ProCleanse, which is your company name, dash Queens, which is your school name, dash Kimberly White, right? And for our primary school, it's going to be your school name, followed by your first and last name, right? So if you attend Minto Primary, it's going to be, and your name is Ashley Smith, sorry, it's going to be Minto Primary dash Ashley Smith. And you can just shorten the primary to say Minto Pri dash Ashley Smith, right? Or Fort George, you can shorten it Fort, Geor, Geo, Pri dash Mark Thomas, right? So I want you to go ahead and rename yourselves. We are coming down on the agenda, and I must say I've enjoyed what I've seen so far, and I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of what today has in store. And let me just really quick redirect my attention to this, how to find the rename option on your computer or device. You click on the tab that says participants at the bottom of your screen. Your name will be at the top of that participant list, right? You will see an arrow right next to the section to your name that is asking you to mute or click, or that is asking you to mute. Click on the arrow. And if you're using a computer, you will see more, then rename. Click on it and rename as instructed. If you're using a cell phone or a tablet, when you click on the arrow, it will show two options, raise hand and rename, right? So select rename and change your name as instructed. And I'm sure we have persons from our team just sending this same instruction in the chat while I am sharing it with you. So if you missed it, no problem. You can always direct your attention to the chat where you will be able to see these same instructions being shared. All right, so now we have just heard from Region 3 with an entertainment. We're now moving on to HS and Boys Town, which is to try a skill demo. Oh, they're presenting two try a skills demos. That is HCS and Boys Town. So two try skills demos.
Good morning and welcome to the National Careers Week, National Entrepreneurship Expo. Today, we are here with a numerous amount of skills, and right here I'm standing with the Lauderdale Vocational Training Center, where they'll be exhibiting housekeeping skills. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Tamika Wright Fullerton, and I am the housekeeping demonstrator. With me here, this is my trainee, Rosemary Baker, and she'll be demonstrating how to make a female swan.
This will be interesting. Okay, go ahead. You have to tell us what you're doing, you know.
All right. First, good morning, everyone. First, I start by making the towel in I rest my finger here at the center and I roll it. I have to roll it tight though to get the swan. Yeah. So I start by rolling. One side.
So you have to roll it very stiff?
Yes.
Why is that so?
Because if it don't stiff, it's gonna pull out.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, so you have to roll it very, very tight.
So you do this on left and right or only on that side?
Both sides. Yeah.
So Miss, while she's doing that, tell us about your displays that you have there, those 4 displays. What are those?
So, as you can see, this is a boat on the waves. Here we have the elephant. At the front here, we have the flower, and this is a turtle.
And what can you use these to do? Seeing that they're here on the table, how do we go about using these in the industry? And how can persons make money from having a skill like those?
So we use this in the hotel industry to beautify the bed for the guest. When you use this on the bed, it will also have you repeat guests at the resort, and you get tips for making these items.
All right, so these things are used in the hotel industry, in the housekeeping sector, to set up beds and to make your beds look creative and to allow your guests to feel good. These stuffs are used for anniversaries and weddings, celebrations, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Right.
You can also make them at home for your spouses as well.
Right, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, back to you now. Remind me of your name.
Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary. Yes, you're rolling it like a rose. All right. So this part I'm seeing it is forming now. What is that? The peak? The head. Okay. And you're making a female swan. All right. Viewers online, we can see that the swan is coming. We're seeing the head of the swan. So for those who are viewing and you want to come over to the Heart and Estate Trust and you want to do housekeeping, we can go to the Lauderdale Vocational Training Center up in the hills of St. Catherine, close by to the Werder Park Estate. All right, I see the head. What are you doing now?
I'm folding it to make the fullest one now.
Oh, so that's the reason why it has to be stiff. Okay. I can't wait to see the end product. So what are some other skills that you offer at Lauderdale, Ms. Dixon?
We offer welding, we do electrical, we do office admin, we also do construction.
Okay.
Right.
And I see that you do bartending.
Oh, yes.
There's a bartending table behind you.
Bartending, sorry about that.
Very important.
Yeah.
People love the alcoholic beverages and
non-alcoholic.
And non-alcoholic, yes, non-alcoholic.
Well.
The alcoholic came first because I'm kind of...
Oh, okay.
So you're using glue?
Yes. And we not just...
Okay. All right, I see you're putting it on. All right. So how long does it take to finish a housekeeping course?
Levels 1 and 2 is 6 months.
6 months?
And we don't just offer towel art. And we don't just offer towel art. We also do bed making, laundry services in the housekeeping department as well.
So you're putting on the eyes. So these eyes are sold and you buy those?
Yes.
So what do they call them? Highs?
Yeah.
So I should go to the store and say, sell me some high? You don't have a special towel eyes or something like that?
No, because it's not just used for towel arts alone.
Oh, okay.
Right. And you can pick the flowers from your garden as well.
Okay.
Right. So if you don't have any money, you can be creative in other ways by getting some flowers from your garden.
Or we could use the good old Jamaican drunk beads, you know those?
Yeah,
You ever heard about those?
Right.
Those red things with the black.
Right, we can use drunk beads a long time ago, so that's still.
You have to talk
But
about
these
our
are
Jamaican
really, really
culture.
affordable, so they're not expensive.
I'm going to make the tail now.
So tell us how you're doing it.
I'm going to fold it like a
Fan.
like a fan. Like I'm making a paper fan. Yeah, but this is a towel fan. So I fold it right up to the hand.
I'm seeing the fan creating. It's not as stiff as you did the first one though.
Don't do stiff.
I hope the viewers are seeing. We're seeing the swan coming alive. All right. So this one don't have any mouth, any.
This is my finished project of the female swan.
Awesome, 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 beautiful. Those are in-house. Let's give her a round of applause. Very good. And you see, skill is power. So here today, Rosemary has created her own skill through the Lower Vale Vocational Training Center. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Dixon.
you so much, sir.
All right, we're moving over. We're moving over. We're moving over to the Lourdes Vale again.
Good morning. My name is Ronald Stewart from the Lourdes Vale Art Institution. I'm from the bartending department. I'm a demonstrator.
Okay.
And I'll be making a pina colada.
You're making a pina colada? So he's making a virgin pina colada. Means that there's no alcohol used. I see you use the pina colada mix. Mm-hmm. What's that? Orange juice? Pineapple juice. Okay. Then he's adding coconut powder, the good old Grace coconut powder. This is exciting. And then he's adding ice. Say it again.
No, first you should add the ice in the blender, but because of the powder, I had it last.
And what type of blender is that you're using?
This is a Ninja blender.
A Ninja blender, so I can't use a normal domestic blender from my house?
Yes, as long as they have the ice crushing feature on it.
That was quick. It's really a ninja. Pardon?
Just to make it a bit more slushy, I'll be adding a few more cubes of ice.
Okay. Good. So it's ready. I need a taster. Come along. Someone is coming. If it doesn't taste good, you're fired, you hear? Give me your name, miss.
I'm Juanita Hunter, Educational Social Worker, Region 6.
Oh, beautiful. You hear that? Education officer is on your knee. So make sure. Oh, he's putting on the pineapple. What's the pineapple called under?
It's a garnish.
It's a type of garnish. When you taste it, you can tell me what you taste. You're just getting your straw. And we're waiting for it. And the result is... I can see the result.
So soothing, so smooth, so sweet.
Come on, give it up for the Laudersville bartending. Tell us a little about the bartending course, though.
The bartending course is run for 6 months. You get to learn how to count stocks, the inventory, and also how to measure the liquors.
And how about safety and sanitation? You know, that's very important.
As a worker, clean.
So you clean as you go, all right? Are you going to make something else for us? Yes, you have to make something else for us. Something without milk this time. How about that? Surprise us. As a bartender, you know, bartenders have to be on their feet 24/7. All right, he's looking some ingredients. I don't know what he's looking for. Oh, ice.
I've been making a mango orange smoothie.
Mango orange smoothie. I think I'm going to call another taster soon. So get your taste buds ready. Mango orange smoothie. You have 2. All right, go ahead. You have to make this one real quick. We're timing you to see if you're a bad bartender. Taster, come. Who is coming to taste? We're ready for you. Mrs. Blagrove from the World Skills Jamaica is coming to taste. Are you ready, Mrs. Blagrove?
Ready and waiting.
Mango orange smoothie. That's very smooth. Get your straw, Mrs. Blagrove. Taste and let's go. So thank you so much for the Laudersville Vocational Training Center bartending skill. Thank you. Put your hands together for them.
Thank you so much. We see exciting things happening over there at Laudersville, and certainly we would love to be there We see tasting happening. I'm gonna definitely try making a swan out of my towel when I get home. And I think those ingredients for the drinks are very easy. I'm gonna try that as well. And students who want to try, please with adult supervision. All right. So thank you so much coming back from the HCHS and Boys Town with that try-a-skill demo. And now we are moving right on into our motivational speech. And at this time, I'll be introducing Dr. Noel Gordon. And just a little bit about Dr. Gordon before I invite him to speak. Let me just share that Dr. Noel Gordon attended the University of the West Indies, where he earned a bachelor's degree in science. Dr. Gordon migrated from Jamaica to the United States, where he pursued a career in the field of education. At Montclair State University, he earned a master's degree in human resources organizational development with a major in guidance and counseling services, and a second master's degree in administration and supervision with a major in educator training. He subsequently earned a doctoral degree in educational leadership from Nova Southeastern University. In New Jersey public school system, Dr. Noel Gordon served in several capacities, including teacher, guidance counselor, high school vice principal, director of guidance, director of testing and evaluation, and director of curriculum and instruction. He is the chairman for the primary and secondary sector of the Jamaica Diaspora Education Task Force. He is also the founder and CEO of Dr. Noel Gordon LLC, a company that focuses on educational consulting, human resource management, quality management, and life coaching. Dr. Noel Gordon is a published author of the book, You Come First, which focuses on how to live the life you know you deserve. So without further ado, I welcome our motivational speaker for today. And I'm gonna ask you again, put your hands together as he takes over the mic. Dr. Noel Gordon, everyone, welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you all hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay. So in the interest of time, all protocol is observed. I greet all the wonderful folks who convened this event and all the participants, etc. I am so excited to be a part of this. I'm from Jamaica, and I want to talk to you, young people, for a little while. First of all, I was born in a little country bunking place called Wat Town, St. Anne. Little boy, we didn't wear shoes when we were running around. We walked barefoot, and we carried the water on our heads from the tank, the public tank, and we just live our lives. We went to the fields to look the wood to make the fire. But as a little boy, I traveled the world. As a little boy in that little country area, we didn't even have electricity at the starting of my life in that community. The roads were rough. You all don't even know what we're talking about. But I traveled the entire world as a kid, as a little boy. You know how I traveled the world? I read books. I don't know where we got those books from, even though we didn't have a lot, but we had lots of books at home. And I read all those books, and I had my dreams of what I wanted to become in life. In order for you to expand beyond the boundaries of wherever you live, you've got to access the resources that are available. Back in the day, we had the Britannica Encyclopedia. You all don't know about that. The big volumes, you had to turn to the pages. You had to go to the library. You got to get the library card, and you had to look around, all around to get your books. Now you could just go to Google and get anything that you need. You have access. So one of the first things I'd like for you to do, whether you're a primary, you're a secondary student, read, 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 expand your knowledge. Your curiosity will take you to places where you never dreamt to go. So bottom line, as a little boy, I attended school and I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be somebody. Of course, I was a human being, but I didn't just want to be a little fellow growing up in the country, dying in the country, or whatever the case might be, having a little job and struggling all my life. I wanted to be somebody important. I wanted to make my mark on life. So I decided to focus on my education. Something that impacted me, you all heard about the schools that I've been to, etc., etc. And that is all good, but that's preparation. Now, when I was a student at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad, Dr. Aston Wood, who was the former principal for the Jamaica School of Agriculture, the institution that I attended as a junior. When I left high school, I went straight to the Jamaica School of Agriculture and I did the sciences. So I was a student at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad, and Dr. Aston Wood he visited Trinidad and met with all the JSA students. And he said something that never left my mind. And I want the young people to learn this. I want you to hear this. I want you to take note of it. I want you to apply it to your lives. This is what Dr. Wood said to us. He said, listen, you're given an education not just to go out there and to get a job. You are given an education to provide you with the necessary skills that you need to get out there and to innovate, meaning you need to get out there and create your own path to success, your own path to wealth. I'm sorry, that prophet that is coming to your church and saying, give me $1,000 and you're going to be rich. It's no miracle. In order for you to get where you want to go, you have to take the principle of Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey says, luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So Dr. Wood said, listen, change your mindset. You're not just here to go get a job, to go work for someone to control your life. And this is how the educational system was set up during its embryonic stages. And unfortunately, to a certain extent, it still remains that way. In other words, you are trained with mentality. When I was a kid, you become a teacher, or you become a nurse, or you train to work in the factory. And education, to a certain extent, is still presented in that way. We have made some strides in Jamaica because I went to a technical school, Homewood Technical High School, where I learned to do woodwork. I learned to do metal work. I learned to do all the other things that you could do. I learned to do typing. But basically, what I'm trying to say to you, folks, is that you have to understand that you're not just doing math, you're not just doing English, you're not just doing science. This is something that's going to prepare you for the future. It's not just 1 + 1 = 2. It is 1 + 1 = 2. It sets you up and puts you on a path for success so that you can live the life that you want to live. Let me say to you, don't look at the obstructions. Don't look at the obstacles. When I was an 18-year-old, 19-year-old young man, just went to college, Dr. T.P. Lecky, some of you might have heard of him. He was one of Jamaica's first scientists, geneticists. He developed those big red cows you see in Jamaica, Jamaica Red and the Jamaica Hope. I met him. He died many years ago. But I was interning with Dr. T.P. Lecky, and I was saying, Dr. Lecky, I want to be successful in life, but I don't have money. I don't have resources. You know what Dr. T.P. Lecky said to me? Dr. T.P. Lecky said to me, listen, don't look up the hurdles. And I'm saying that to you young people right now. Don't look up the hurdles and the obstructions and the things that are there to stand in your way. Listen, I was poor. I didn't have much, but I was looking towards my goal. I said, I've got to make it. So don't just look at the obstacles. Look beyond the obstacles and look to where you want to be in life. And when you do that, then you will stay inspired. I want to share a couple of things with you because I have just 15 minutes and 6 minutes already gone out of that already. I want to share some skill sets with you. I want you to start thinking about that from now. What do I want to do in life? The labor market trends and how it fits into your education. You're not too young to start thinking about what I want to do in my future and start reading about what you want to do. You may want to be My goodness, say you want to make hats, but you don't need to just look at how you're going to make hats today. You have to look at the market. Will this be a very lucrative business 5 and 10 years down the line? When I came to America, I wanted to change my focus, and I went to the library for days and days and days, and I carved out a career path as a young man in the United States of America, and I followed that path, and I was able to do what I wanted to do, and I looked 10 years down the line. 10 years down the line, I've been successful. I've made money. Good job, right? And 20 years down the line, still doing very well. And I'm 24 years in public education now, and I'm still doing very well because I sat in that library and I asked, what do I want to do with my life? You have to make a decision. And you may change later on, because I started out as a scientist. I work as a soil scientist, you know, and now I'm in education, working with people. I do motivational speeches. I travel and I encourage individuals. Now, but start with something in mind. Begin. Stephen Covey says, begin with an end in mind. So you have to start to look at what's happening in the market, which industries employ people in this occupation that I'm trying to pursue. Where do I have to go? Will I have to relocate to get this job? Will there be opportunities in the field I'm considering after I complete my degree? There are many people who went off to college and they do some fancy degrees. You know, I'm not putting down political science and social studies or whatever it is. But if you do that, you have to gear it towards something. Don't just go do a bachelor's and when you finish, you can't get a job. Okay? So you must look how you can apply the degree that you have to your future. And how much can I earn? As a youngster in school, if you want to settle down and get C's and D's and not focusing on your work, you're going to be poor. But if you want to do well in life, if you want to drive a nice car, live in a nice home, listen, you have to start thinking about that. And when you don't want to wake up in the morning and don't want to do your work, you better say, listen, I don't want to be poor. Listen, I born poor. I was born, I really wasn't poor. I just didn't have a lot of resources because I didn't know that I was poor because I was happy. But the bottom line, I didn't have a lot of resources. I said, I didn't want my life to go down like that. Listen to me, young people, you want your life to go down like that? There are many of you that have a lot now. That's how you want to lead your life in the future. If you don't want to live like that, guess what you have to do? Settle down, do your work, do your math, do your English, and not just your math and your English. What I want you to do is start thinking about your future. So you have to start applying what we call critical thinking skill. Critical thinking and problem solving, they're on the top list of what employers are looking for. There are some top skills that you have to look for, and I want to touch a couple of them. How does my job, first of all, tie into the educational system? What I'm doing now, how does it tie into the system, and how does it tie into my future? How relevant what I'm doing here is applicable to what I want to do later? And then you make wise choices. Some of you don't like math, but you need to do your math because math is going to take you there. You mightn't like your science. You do your science not because you like it, because it's going to take you there. You don't like to eat a teaspoon of salt, but you got to put some salt and season your food to eat it. Not every subject that you do now you're going to like, but you might need it for the future. You have to develop what we call critical skills. And I want to share some of these skills with you, some things that you have to develop. We call them soft skills. And hear me clearly. Your attitude determines your altitude. So after you go ahead and you say, listen, this is what I want to be in life, and you do the research, and you say, listen, I'm going to carve out a path. I'm going to do the necessary courses that I need that will lead me down this path. Then you're going to have to start working on yourself after that. For the next 4 minutes, I want to talk to you about some of the things that you have to do in addition to the math and the science, because some of you do your math well, you do your science well, but your attitude is not right. You will not be able to be successful in life if your attitude is not appropriate. So here are some of the skills that you have to start building now. 1, your attitude. 2, communication. Learn how to listen and learn how to speak well. Number 3, your work ethic. And that starts with how you focus on going to school, getting to your class on time, completing your assignments on time. If you develop those attitudes and those habits now, you take them into the future and you will be very successful. You want to make six-figure salary and drive Mercedes-Benz and Lamborghini, you get up on time, get to school on time, do your assignments on time, research your career goals and work towards it. The next thing is leadership qualities. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Find something and work towards it, and don't just allow people to take you into bad directions and make wrong choices. So you develop leadership skills, join a club, become a leader, form your own club, because later on you put that in your resume, they look at you, because employers look at people who have creative skills and people who are willing to lead and people who are willing to step into the game and to make decisions and to take the initiative. Don't step back and say, this, oh, this is not a part of my job. This is not part of my responsibility. Sometimes you have to do things that are not a part of your responsibility to make it. Teamwork. You've got to learn to work with others. You've got to learn to collaborate. You've got to learn to step back, to have your opinion and step back and say, okay, this is my opinion, but I'm going to support you in what you're doing for the greater good. We talk about leadership qualities, teamwork, time management. I alluded to that earlier. Decision making, making the right decision. And the other one that I want to mention is conflict resolution. We've got to learn how to deal with our challenges. Listen to me, young people. There are three ways to deal with your conflicts. You can fight back, or you can run away, or you can talk about it. These skills, it may seem as if they're not important, but I can tell you what determines your success in life is how you are able to relate to the people around you. You want to make money? Yeah. You want to live in a fine home? Yeah. You want to travel? Yeah. As a little kid, I saw the airplanes way up in the air. Didn't go to the airport until I was traveling to college in Trinidad. And later on in life, those books that I read, the dreams that I had, even though I didn't have much, my father had a transportation, he had a cool transportation. But you know what my father's transportation was? It was a red donkey that we call Iron. Iron was my car. Iron was my means of transportation. But I wanted to travel the world, as I said. I didn't look at my situation at the point in time and stay there. I used my situation and the donkey my father had, that I was going to drive my own car later on in life, that I was going to be successful later on in life. My screen is boosting. Are we okay? Are you seeing me, guys? I think they're cut off.
Can still hear you.
You hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Let me just close off. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so in closing, I know I took 15 minutes to share something that would take 2 hours to tell you. But if you don't leave here with anything, leave here with this. You can be anything that you want to be. Let me stare in your eyes and tell you that. You can be anything that you want to be. Nobody can prevent you from being what you want to be except yourself. And leave with this. Remember, I said it earlier. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Young people, the sky is the limit. You can do well, you can be great, you can be successful. And when you get to my age, you can be twice the person that I am if you stay focused. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gordon. I see our students clapping. Let me see the round of applause going up in the chat boxes. That was very profound, very sound. And I'm happy that you touched on the soft skills. When we talk about skills, we tend to focus on the things that we learn to do, the practical things. But I think even more important, the soft skills that we have to develop as we deliver and grow into professionals. And as young students, now is the perfect and opportune time for students to develop these soft skills. And even the activity that is about to come and the classroom activity that our students have been participating in we will basically put these soft skills to the test. So what you had to say to our students today about time management, about their attitude, about their communication, their work ethic, their conflict resolution, their decision making, all of it, very sound. And thank you so much. I know our students listened and they learned, and they will definitely show that they have benefited from your presentation, Dr. Gordon. So thank you once more for taking the time to deliver and present to us today, right?
Thank you.
So, okay, thank you so much, Dr. Gordon. So, students, I know that you heard Dr. Gordon speak about soft skills, and now what we will be doing is moving right into our J's pitch and our based on competence, right? So at this point, I'm gonna give the last opportunity for you to go ahead and rename for all our students who will be participating in our pitch competitions. It is or the high school. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go ahead and again rename. I see it's in the chat. You can make reference to the chat. We will be placing you in your breakout rooms. So for the students who are high school, I want you to rename yourself to your company name, followed by your school name, and then your first and last name. Right? And for your primary schools, I want you to rename yourselves. So that's your school name, followed by your first name and your last name. And I see some of my students as already lined up and raring to go with their competition. My judges who are on, thank you so much. I trust that we're being placed in our respective breakout rooms right now. And I'll just hand over for a short while to Miss Kalia Smith. So
good morning, everyone. So you're going to see for the students and the judges who will be going into the breakout rooms for the pitch competition, you will see a pop-up on your screen to join the breakout room. So as soon as you see that, you can click and it will take you directly to the breakout room. While the students are doing their pitches, we will continue the activities here. So please don't go anywhere, everyone. Okay, so you should see the pop-up now to join the breakout rooms. So for those who see it come up on their screen, you can click to join. And we will turn over to Miss Cochrane to continue the activities here.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Smith. Thank you. All right, so for those of who will remain in the main room, we are now going to move over to our next activity, which is try a skill. So we are going to move over, and for this try a skill, it is Leap Center and Old Arbor. So we are going to move over and we're going to see what skill we can learn now.
Pleasant morning. Welcome to National Career Week 2022. All right, this morning we have with us Leap Center, Heart NSTA Trust. Good morning, students.
Good morning.
All right, your name is?
I'm Karen Bolan.
All right, good morning, Karen.
I am Muffin Bailey.
Muffin Bailey. And you are, sir?
I am Howard Harvey, the Career Development Officer.
Okay, awesome. It is good to have you in our midst today. All right, I just want an overview of what is it that you're showcasing today.
We represent the footwear production, and as you can see, a lot of the display are on the screen. Right here, the small shoes, large shoes, and slipper. we learn from our instructor. Also, we have art and craft displaying because there's another sector of LEAP.
All right, awesome. What I want you to do, I don't know anything about shoemaking, right? Can you just guide me through the process of, typically making a nice shoe like this? All right. All right, come. You can come around, come around. All right, so I want to learn the techniques. So if I go home, I can purchase the material and I can try my thing. Is that possible?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So give me the process.
First, you have to have the material, and then...
All right, hold on. You said first I must have...
the material to work
Give me
with.
an example. What type of
Like
material?
The Bantex, the
Okay.
shoes, the insole and the outsole of the shoes.
Okay.
This is the outsole of the shoes, and this is the insole of the shoes.
All right, so this is the...
Outsole.
Okay.
And this is the insole.
Insole, okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm learning.
Yes,
All
and
right.
then after you cut it out, as you can see, cut out already.
All right, based on a given size?
Yes.
Okay, so you're looking at
Okay.
my feet?
Yes, that's a size 10, so you know you would have to cut it much bigger than that.
Size 10?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, noted. Next step?
And then after you cut them out, then you're going to put the mark on them so to know exactly where to go the holes.
All right, to put the straps?
Yeah, to put on the straps.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
And then after you put on the straps, then you're going to glue the insole and the old sole. You put on the strap first. All right.
Awesome.
For example, this is a pair of my slippers that I made from shoes laces. So what you did, you glue the bottom of the outsole and the top of the insole,
Yes.
right? Then you're going to put them together like this. After you put it over last, something similar to this. And then you fit it on. Then you glue on the bottom and you press it down, or you can use a hammer and knock it down.
All right, do you utilize any machine in this process?
Yes, we do. We stitch the insole of our slippers like this one. See, it has a stitch right around.
What machine do you use?
That's the leather machine.
A leather machine. Okay, awesome. All right, let me see this lovely one over here. Let me see this one. Can you explain? We are in Reggae Month, and I'm seeing you're wearing the mask you're representing. So just explain this one for me. All right, you can come as well. You can come.
Well, these are mine. These are my handmade.
Wow.
It was a special plot a friend of mine taught me. And I was thinking what I could do with it. And right there and then I decided I would start make slippers from it. And normally when I'm working, I'd always let the spirit guide me. So whichever color come in my mind at the time, I just use it. But my favorite colors are, as you can see, red, green, gold, and black.
All right.
Yeah.
Question, what is the cost for something like this?
Well,
So if anybody is here in the audience and wants to purchase it today, what is the going cost?
the prices are from 10,000 up.
From?
10,000 up.
Just 10,000?
Up, yeah.
Said it's cheaper than, that brand.
Yeah.
10,000, made in Jamaica, by a Jamaican. Awesome job.
Thank you very much.
All right, my last question to you. What are some skills, as a shoemaker, what are some pertinent skills that one must possess?
The discipline and the focus and the willingness to try and not to be shy at anything. Give yourself the time and the space to grow and follow the instruction of your instructor.
Awesome, just awesome. The discipline and the focus. Thank you very much. All right, pleasant morning to you. And you're the instructor? All right, come around, come around. All right, so you're the instructor. Yes. What is your duty in this as it relates to, the trainees and development?
All right, so a part of my duty, apart from giving them the skills that are necessary for them to make their shoes, is to facilitate their expression, right? Because even though these are part of the last cohort of trainees, right? And even though they both learned the exact same material, you have seen in the way they have translated that into their own, in their own creations, right? And so they've used now the designs in their head, their creativity to come forth. And even though I'm not seeing the next sandal here, but in the way they have taken that information now and put it into use or utilized it. And so part of my duty is to ensure that they get the skills to practice and to express themselves, to think about what they would like to do, what they would like to provide. And so even Karen here, she not only, when we taught her the skills, she not only did what she was supposed to do coursework-wise, but she went and said she was going to make shoes for children.
So
for
it's about using your initiative as well.
Right, and that's
thinking
part of the course.
outside of the box. And
Right.
that's what we want in this era that we are living in.
Right. They
All
have
right.
to be able to come with something new, with something innovative, not just use the skills they've given in terms of being taught, but to utilize that to show the world that, there's something else here.
All right, before we go, one last thing. So we have on display not only shoe, but we have some amazing art pieces.
Right.
Can you tell us about these art pieces?
All right, so these art pieces were done as a part of an older program that we have had for a while down at Sleep, right? And these were done by trainees as well.
Interesting.
So they were done quite some time ago, so I don't think they're not recent.
Yeah.
But to show you again with the trainee work, so when we give assignments or assessments, this is some of what comes out of that, and we really do encourage for them to use the skills and express themselves in any way they see fit, because when they leave LEAP, they must be able to use what they've learned to earn. That's the learning part.
So LEAP Center is about expression, artistic development.
Right.
Awesome. What other programs are offered at LEAP?
All right, so we do have creative programs like we mentioned with the art and design and with the footwear production. We also have currently happening dance in partnership with Dance Expressions. We have, apart from the creative side, we also have hospitality, so bakery chef, commercial food preparation. We also have housekeeping. So there are quite a few programs, and we also offer customer service online up to level 3. So there's quite a lot happening. So
LEAP Center is indeed a dynamic institution with a range of courses that are offered to meet your needs. That's great. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
And we'll be hearing Dr.
All right, pleasant morning. This morning we have Miss Erskine from the Old Harbor Vocational Training Center. Good morning, Miss Erskine.
Good morning.
All right, it is indeed a pleasure having you and your trainees here today. Just give us a brief overview of what is being displayed here.
Okay, so they'll be displaying their art and craft pieces, because as we know in early childhood, you have a lot of art and craft pieces. So they'll be doing their birthday hats and also hand puppets.
So when we are making our puppets, we're gonna need a patty bag or a paper bag, so to speak, some googly eyes, a body, a tongue, and the ears. So here we have the mouth. Here we have the tongue.
Now you're putting on the body of the dog. Okay.
Here we have the body. Now the eyes.
All right, we see the eyes coming on. All right. So we have the eyes, we have the nose, we have the mouth, and we have the body.
The ears.
All right, putting on the ears. All right, so what type of dog is this? Oh, what type of dog? All right. We let our audience determine what type of dog this is. All right. So there we have our puppet. All right, which is a dog. Awesome. It should be a dog. It is a dog. All right, thank you for that. Over to you, sir. Good morning. Your name is?
Javari Campbell. Today I'll be showing you how to make party hats. So first you need equal size cartridge paper. You need to fold it, okay?
All right, so he's making for us a party hat.
You can use a stapler or glue to hold it in place. Like this. The excess part, you need to cut it off.
Oh, we're cutting off the excess part.
Yes, the excess.
All right, awesome.
You want to pretty it up. I understand that. You know the children want
to make it appealing.
Color, very colorful. You need to glue the sides right here.
So with everything, there's a technique, basically.
There's a technique. And you sprinkle the glitter on it.
So let's just sprinkle on the hat to make it a little bit more appealing. Right. And it's coming together so nicely.
You can use borders to also glue along the sides as well. You know the kids like their cartoon. Yes. They glue it along the sides. You get
So we're going to attach the string, and that is to place the hat on your head to hold it.
To hold, yes.
Okay. All right. Liking the look of this, must say. All right. All right, you can show us a completed piece. All right. Sir, can you just place it on my head? I like this one, This is my favorite color. What are you saying? All right. I think my head is too big. Guys, my head is just a little bit too big. Let's try one more time. There you have it. Give me a clap, people. This is me. Thank you so very much. Anything else you want to tell us about your program?
Our program would normally teach us about the history of how early child came into place, the pioneers who made charts, who started the early child program, understand? So we have our pioneers, Dudley Grant, Henry Ward, and Marjorie Sanders. They basically brought about early childhood in the work field of Jamaica.
All right, my last question to you. Early childhood is for youngsters, right? Young children. What are some pertinent skills someone who is dealing with children should possess?
You have to be stable. You have to be of sound mind to deal with a child, because a child can be a lot to deal with.
Very challenging.
Yes, very challenging. You have to have patience with a child, because a child is not going to be able to understand work as you give it to them. So you have to be very patient.
But do you possess that patience?
I'm learning to be very patient with children.
All right, you're learning. Awesome. And do you possess that patience?
Yes, I do. I always possess that type of patience.
Awesome, awesome. Miss, thank you so very much. Any final words?
All right, so we're just glad to be able to present what we have, and we hope that you guys see how fun it is to be a part of the Early Child Development Center and stuff like that. You will see that it's not just about changing diapers and taking care of them, but also it's the fun, creative side of it, art and craft.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Morning to you. It's a beautiful morning this morning. What is this right here? Tell me about what we have on display this morning.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is a plumbing quiz board developed by Mr. Dennis Williams, one of the plumbing instructors at Old Harbor VTC. And it utilizes a lot of areas of plumbing. It utilizes valve installation, because you have a lot of valves. It utilizes pump installation. So this entire quiz board works with a pump, and we have the questions on this side and then the responses there. So let us try it out. So the first question, Hart recently had a name change, give the new name. So we turn on this valve. Residual water is there, see? It's not running.
Hold on, I'm seeing some magic happening right here. This is indeed magic. Let's go again. No, man, I need to see this again.
All right. So I turn on this valve. Bear in mind, some of the lines will have some residual water. Yes. But if it stops, then obviously that's not the response. That's not the correct response.
Okay.
So I do believe it is the Art NSTA Trust. So turn on that valve for me, please. Yes, and let's see what happens. Keep it on, and if you notice, it's running.
It is running. We have running water.
Yes, we have running water.
All right, so I need to try. All right, so we have the questions on this side and the corresponding quote-unquote answers on that side.
Yes, we do.
All right, so I want a question that I can answer. Okay. All right. Class C fires are those that comprise of dash material. Oh my God. What I do? What is the answer? Please tell me the answer, sir. Could it take time whisper? All right, so he said electrical. Let's see. All right, definitely the answer is electrical. So the corresponding So we have the quiz and the corresponding answer. This is indeed a good development. Sir, good morning to you. Good morning. What is your name?
Rashane Hamilton.
Rashane Hamilton. What program are you doing?
I'm doing the plumbing course for level 2.
Level 2. How is the course thus far? What have you learned?
The course so far is very, I would just say, vast. So far, my instructor prioritized safety as one main concern, house cleaning. Yeah, so she tried to keep us as very, how would you say, orderly. Like, so when we go into the workforce, our work will showcase what we have learned. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Sir, would you encourage anybody else to be a part of this field and why?
Well, this field is one of the most highly recognized field in the world. Everybody needs water.
Oh, that's true.
Water is life, right? And it's very lucrative too, I must say. So if you're in this field, you'll never be out of a job.
So what are you saying to me now, sir? I need to switch career? That's what you're saying to me?
Well, if you like plumbing, of course, I would encourage you to do a course in plumbing.
All right, sounds good. Not bad, miss. Not bad. Interesting. Listen, right now we're in a pandemic and you want to have multiple skills. So I think this is a good skill that I can learn. Where should I apply, miss? Tell me a little bit more information. I'm excited.
Very good. Okay, so you can apply online at r-nsta.com, and you can even come in to the institutions, because we still do institution applications, right? And if you need assistance with applications, there's always somebody there to assist you. So there's no excuse.
All right, so customer service is top notch. All right, top notch. All right, so there you have it, the Old Harbor VTC, and they have just displayed their plumbing quiz board. Thank you. All right.
Hi, my name is Dianor Mitchell. I'm a student enrolled at the Caribbean Maritime University in the program Bachelor's of Engineering in Industrial Systems. Dianor is a multi-talented individual, right? He has God-gifted talents, such as being an artist and a musician. However, he believes in making a byproduct of his skills, right? And turning those skills into byproducts such as in the engineering industry. So what motivated me to do mobile robotics was because we are approaching, well, actually in the Industry 4.0 revolution, right? And such revolution entails the automated system being into the industry, such as mobile robotics or stationary robots or robots overall, right? And even mechatronic systems like PLC. So with being in that system now, right, you actually get to be a part of something that is rising. With this skill now, this is actually a future skill. Heart NSTA Trust and World Skills Jamaica aided my skills in preparation for the 2019 World Skills competition by sending us to Brazil for development in the skill area of mobile robotics, for example, the programming language. Because the language that we're actually using in the competition, it wasn't known locally, all right? And that language is LabVIEW, which is actually the industry standard for graphical programming. So with this aid from Heart NSTA Trust and World Skills Jamaica, we were introduced to the graphical programming standard of the industry that is being used by major corporations today. TVET training is important, especially to our younger youth, because they are our future, right? And having TVET training or TVOC training actually helps to build an industrial future. And the more industrialized your society is the more they actually put themselves on a solid foundation for the future, right? Because the more persons that you actually have, I would say that the more persons that you actually have in the industrial sector is the more you're able to build the societies or the country's GDP in a way to actually improve their economy. My experience in Russia was, I would say it was amazing, right? Because for one, you're mingling with thousands of competitors, right? And even though they're from different parts of the country, everyone, they actually respond in a united way to say that, you know, we are all in this because we're all exhibiting a skill. We're all skilled personnel. So you may meet someone from another country, right? And even though they don't speak full English, right, they still interact with you and you interact with them, and it's like you guys are not strangers, right? And what I was actually amazed with World Skills, not only just the competition, because the competition is amazing with the size of the complex, right? It was actually the opening ceremony, right? This huge stadium with thousands of spectators, fireworks everywhere, right? That for me was almost a mind blower. World Skills for me was an eye opener, because I did not know about it until Heart NSTA Trust with World Skills Jamaica had introduced that to us, right? Because even me as a university student, World Skills actually helped to develop my skills, right? Because I am doing in my engineering courses, just like in high school, you will be doing some studies like maths, and you're wondering what area of life will this be applied. And through World Skills, I actually applied a lot of these things that I learned throughout my courses. So just by being into the competition, right, you find yourself actually using those skills that are those theory that you have been accumulating over the time, right? You make your connections, and they help you to even press forward if you have any issues, and also help you to develop the skills.
They learn about work readiness, entrepreneurship, and they get the opportunity at the end of the curriculum or in school curriculum to visit our facility here at Bistone. Now, this is what the facility looks like at the front view, and I'll be going through and showing you inside some of the units and just take you through what a typical day at Bistone looks like. All right. All right. So on entering the Bistone facility, as you can see on the billboard, there are a number of partners who partner with us Junior Achievement to ensure that the students, again, this wonderful experience, they get to be adults taking on different roles and titles for the day, working as adults in different companies. And of course, at the end of the day, the students can indeed say they enjoy the experience and they get an idea of what it's like to work in a workplace, what it's like to work with their cooperate with their colleagues or their schoolmates, and carrying out the various tasks that they're assigned to do for the day. Now, the first company we have here is First Global Bank. And of course, it's a banking institution. Some of you may be a part of First Global Bank, others you may know about this banking institution. Now, upon entering the bank, similar to a bank setting, we have tellers who are able to assist with various transactions. So if it is that you want to deposit money in your account, or you want to withdraw money from your account to purchase lunch or to purchase other things in this town, the students are able to do so because they have the tellers here. Of course, as you can see, there's GK Insurance. So if it is that a company wants to buy insurance for their staff members, they can come and sign up and get insurance, right? So this is what the company looks like. We'll have the CEO and the CFO, that's the um, Chief Financial Officer, the CFO, will manage the finances in the company, and the CEO, who is the Chief Executive Officer, the person will be operating the company, ensuring that the staff, all the staff, they're carrying out their various tasks in the company, ensuring that the bank is running smoothly. We also have customer service representatives who assist with any questions and assist in filling out accounts or helping persons to open their account. So we're gonna go back to the main area, and we are going to enter FedEx shipping center. And just by entering FedEx, for those of you who have been in a FedEx office before, you may get the feel of what it is like to be in FedEx. So of course, if you want to ship packages internationally, FedEx is the place to go. So at FedEx, we have a number of persons who are able to assist. We have the courier, and of course, that person will ensure that the packages are collected, are distributed. So you ship a package, and the courier will get that package for you and deliver it to your location. So at times you may get packages from abroad, and your courier may drive up and you'll go out and collect your packages. So this is what the FedEx store looks like. And the students, they work here delivering packages, sending packages to different locations, ensuring that they're weighed and they're properly the documents are properly filled out so they can reach their proper destination. We also have the JB Stone Hotel, and that is where the students will go for their relaxation. So you want to relax, unwind, you can go to the hotel. And in the hotel, as you can see, there's a little bed. They can get their massage, and also they can even get the opportunity to take a virtual tour, like play VR games and videos. So this is what the hotel looks like. So you have a massage therapist in the hotel. You have the business manager who ensures that reservations are booked, meeting planner. So if you have a meeting, the meeting planner can assist you in organizing the meeting and getting the different persons to attend the meeting on time. We also have at the JB Sound facility, we have Drink Real Milk, we have EY, Ernst & Young. And for Ernst & Young, we have quite a few positions here. We do have CEO, CFO, we also have lawyer, we have auditor, we also have accountant. And these positions are these students will work with other businesses or the other companies. For example, when the other companies are borrowing a loan, then after completing the loan form, they'll go to the lawyer to get it authorized in terms of witnessing a signature so that they can successfully apply for their business loan. So when you look around, there are a few other companies. We're going to now go a bit closer so we can get a closer look at the other companies that we have. Hopefully I'm not moving too fast and you're able to follow along. We have the government office and the security company. We have CB's tuck shop. Let me go a bit closer. We're going to go inside of the tuck shop. So of course, when it's time for lunch or break, the citizens of Bridgetown, they will come to the tuck shop to buy their break and their lunch, and students will be selling this break and lunch. The persons who are selling, we call them sales associate, and they're the ones that deals with the food. We have a food and beverage manager who ensures that enough food is ordered, enough juice is ordered for everyone, ensure that water is available. So this is what the CB Talk Shop looks like. Just turn around so you can get a full view of what the Talk Shop looks like. All right. So we are going to go back out and we are going to go in about 2 other companies just to look around so you can get to see. We have here the JB Stone Media Company. And this company, this is where all the entertainment happens. So we have interviews, live interviews. The TV anchor will be able to interview CEOs, marketing managers, and other persons from different companies. We also have a weather reporter, someone who checks on the weather and give live updates. We have a DJ playing music throughout the day, entertaining persons, and also sharing interview recordings throughout the day so as to keep the town entertained. All right, so this is the media office. And we are going to go around and we're going to go in one more unit. So go a bit closer. And we are going to go in GB Energy. And for some of you, you may know Texaco service station. They are a part of GB Energy. And this is what their company or their storefront looks like. There are persons who are doing annotation. Okay. All right. So in GB Energy, we do have a CEO and a CFO. As I mentioned before, the CFO manages the finances while the CEO manages the operation of the business, ensuring that all the staff members, they're carrying out their different tasks in a timely manner. Also, we have Kevin, right? That is, please stop annotating on the screen. Okay, so for GBA Energy, sorry about that, I had to stop the annotation. All right, so for GB Energy, we also have a pump attendant. We have a cashier. Will ensure that if you want to buy snacks and so forth, you can buy snacks. As you know, in gas station, we have the little convenience stores, so you can come in and you can buy your gas, or you can come in and you can buy snacks. All right, so that takes us to the end of the virtual tour of this town. So there are small little companies that students get to come and they get to work, carrying out different tasks for the day, and they get to play the role of adults and see what it is like to work, earn their own money, budget that money to ensure that they purchase a break and their lunch, maybe have a little left saved in the bank for a future date. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the virtual tour. And we are now going to reconvene. So persons are still in their breakout rooms. Do we have any more trial skill that we want to show to the students at this time, because the breakout room session started a bit later than, all right, so we turn over to trial skill and we are going to view some more skills while persons are in their breakout rooms doing their pitches. All right, so over to you.
Welcome back. Welcome back again to our tri-skill activities. And we are here now with the Boys Town Vocational Training Center. And we have 3 beautiful ladies, 2 trainees and an instructor. Ms. Sims, tell us about your skill today. I see that you have cake baking and decoration.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Good morning, everyone. I am Selena Sims, the instructor from Boys Town. Along with me, I have Kenya Brown and Whitney McCurdy. They are 2 food prep trainees. And so we are here this morning. What we have here this morning is some cupcakes. So they're just going to be doing some simple decoration to show that these cupcakes can be versatile and used for various purposes. So, you know, if you have a little party or a little birthday, so instead of having big cakes, you can use these. They can be used for various occasions. Kenya is going to tell you a little about the mixing process of the cakes, and Whitney can tell you about the icing that we're using today.
Good morning, everyone. So, to start off with our cupcakes, the method used for these cupcakes are creaming methods. So basically, the creaming method is all about creaming your butter and your sugar together to get that nice fluffy texture and to provide you with a very light and fluffy cake. So the key here is to, first you want to mise en place. You gather all your ingredients, weigh out everything, ensure that your proportion is right, ensure that your area is clean, because that is key. And then you start off with your butter. You can either, you can either use shortening or margarine or a combination of both. Okay, so you'd want to ensure that you cream your fat until it's very light and fluffy. You should see a change in color as well. So if you're using a butter that is dark in color, you should expect a more light color at the end of the process. Once you have creamed your butter, you should add your sugar. You should add your sugar and continue mixing until it dissolves. After that, you can add your dry ingredients. You add your eggs, and allow that to mix as well until it is creamy. After that, you can add your dry ingredients, your flour, your baking powder, your cinnamon, whatever the recipe calls for. And then that's quite the process. You put it in the oven, you allow it to bake, and that's it. You should have a very good product.
All right, thank you. So you're going to do some demonstrations now, right? What are you going to be demonstrating for us?
Okay, so here we have various tips. This is the star tip. This is the basket tip. This is another star tip, as well as a leaf tip.
And Miss over the corner, what's her name again? Whitney. Whitney Houston, I hope. Tell us the type of buttercream that you use today.
All right, good morning. So we use shortening for the icing sugar. So you have to cream the shortening, and then just gradually add the icing sugar until it becomes light and fluffy. And then you add your spices. So you can add rum to it. So that you don't want too much rum. So add maybe 2 teaspoons rum, lime juice, almond essence, and you continue to mix until it comes to this color, consistency. Yes.
So I want a cupcake. No, I need a cupcake now to do my demonstration, please. Let me do my demonstration to see if I have any skills. Come on, cupcake. Stop hide from me. All right. Icing bag. Miss Sims, could you hold this for me? So she said I should make sure that I anchor the piping bag. There's air in the bag. How did I do? All right, so do another one now so we can see another one. You go ahead and do one now. Miss Whitney is going on the floor. Let's see what Miss Whitney have, if she can mash up my own. Come on now, Miss Whitney. Get that cake up. All right, she's at it. Let's go. In the meantime, tell us some of the courses that you would have done at Boys Town.
All right. Boys Town is a very busy place. We go, I mean, if there are 8 days in the week, that's Boys Town because we have something for every day. So our main core, we have the food preparation levels 1, level 2, level 3, and of course, level 4. We have food and beverage, level 1, 2, and 3 as well. We have housekeeping, and we also does pâtissier. We have classes that goes full-time, which means from Monday to Friday, starting from 8 to 4. We have the part-time courses that runs 2 evenings per week or full day on Saturdays. What else?
You want to tell us everything about Boys Town? Let me see. All right, we're looking now at the decoration there that Miss Whitney has done. What are those pretty something? What name? Pretty? Yeah. Sprinkles. All right. Thank you, Whitney. That is beautiful. Give her a round of applause. Very good, Boys Town Vocational Training Center. Thank you for having us, and thank you for making it the Entrepreneurship Week.
It's our pleasure to be here.
All right. We're moving over now to the Hart College of Beauty Services. We are here with the barber, and we are here with the makeup artist. Very good. Welcome to our Entrepreneurship Week, celebrating in the National Careers Week. And so it is our pleasure to have you, Hart College of Beauty Services. And your name, sir?
Good morning. My name is Christopher Smith.
Good morning. My name is Gabriella Henry.
And you are the barber, makeup artist. All right. So what do you have here display for us today?
All right. We have a typical setup of a barber shop. So we have most importantly our disinfectant line. So we would have alcohol and the school care, that's for the clipper, to ensure that you remove any sort of bacteria or debris. We have our can air, which also aids in the clearing of the built-up ear follicles, that particles that would have deposited while cutting. Then we would have our powder for removing excess hair after the hair or during the process while the hair is cutting, so you can see if there's any additional hair that needs to be removed. Then, of course, we have our T3 oil moisturizing lotion, which aids in the stopping of bump, because oftentimes person go to the barber, they within a day or two, which would have been as a result of razor shave, they get ear bumps, so that would help with it.
All right. So if I ask you to do a simple lineup of somebody here now, you could do that?
Sure.
I need a male, quick. I need a male to sit in this chair. No male here want to sit in the chair? Come on. We need to see the raw skills coming out. Yes. And you really need a little lineup, so he's getting a free one. So let's see how fast you can do. You don't have to do all of it. If it is even the first part, so let us see, and then you can finish it off camera. All right?
Before we would have started a typical lineup, of course, we have to consult with our client to ensure that the service being offered is what he will actually receive.
Beautiful.
So we would ask, morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, you're here for what service today?
Early childhood education.
No, what service? Barbering service you're here for today?
Yes, I'm here for barbering.
Yeah, so what will I be doing for you?
We could just do a simple lineup.
Okay. So with that said, confirmation from the customer that he needs a lineup. So I'll proceed by draping the client to ensure that no hair is left on his clothing. Okay. So as a matter of protection, we do that for his clothing and for himself. Okay. So
and what is this right here?
this is additional lighting. Okay. Just as with any art, lighting is important to show detail.
Okay. All right, so he's draping. That's a term? Yes, sir. Draping.
Apply next strip.
You're applying the what?
Next strip.
Next strip to prevent the ear from sticking to the skin?
No, not necessarily, but to prevent contact with the cape and his skin. Okay. Barbering is very hygienic.
All right. All right. Someone is getting a free cut today.
So before any service, we would disinfect while the client is here. They are already clean, but we still disinfect for clarity.
For eye's sake, so the persons can actually see that you're cleaning. Okay, that's why my barber always clean his stuff in front of me. Now I know. They're actually protecting themselves from lawsuit. Are you comfortable, sir?
Yes, I'm very comfortable.
Okay. You have 2 minutes to do this lineup. Let me tell you where you're going to line up. You're going to line up this part, come down to here, this part come to here. 2 minutes. You can do that in 2 minutes? Sure. All right. If you do that in 2 minutes, Mrs. Blagrove has a teacup for you if you do that in 2 minutes from courtesy of the World Skills Jamaica Heart NSTA Trust. 2 minutes. Tell me when you're ready for me to start the 2 minutes countdown. So you're doing what now?
I'm removing excess moisture from his face.
All right. If it's spoiled, you don't charge us, yeah? It's training. It won't spoil though. He's a professional, I can see. All right, he's coming around. Go ahead now, Mrs. Blagrove. Give me the time. 2 minutes. Our timer is ready. All right. Start it. What a lucky thing this man left from whole lab. Come here today. Come get free cut. All right. So you're using, what is this, cardless? Yes. Tell us about it.
With everything that's evolving now, also the revolution of barbering also have been evolving, wherein we move away from we're moving away from the traditional cord clippers in an effort to prevent, in most cases you have the card wrapping or touching the client's face. You know, so with the cardless, that eliminate that process.
Oh, good, good. I start seeing it already. I start see the line. All right. And you're now using the what? Razor blade?
It's a straight razor.
Straight razor. So they have the lean one?
No.
All right, straight razor. All right. I'm seeing the line. I'm seeing the line. All right. So do you have any special name for this side here? Do you have any special name for it, or is it just a line and cut, line and shave?
The side part of the here is a parietal ridge.
That's what I was wondering. Oh, good. So you see, every skill has its own special nature. And it is very good not to disrespect any skill, but it is always respectful to look up to everybody's skill. Everybody's skill is important.
So basically, I'm finished just for demonstration purpose within my 2 minutes time frame.
Okay, very good.
Now I would apply the T3 moisturizing lotion to prevent any form of ear bump that would come up.
All right, give him a round of applause, everybody in the house. Very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm moving over now to the makeup. The makeup for the ladies who like the face, to put on face. Yes.
Hello. So, beauty services, it not only does deal with barbering, hairdressing, nails, facials, but there's also the other physical aspect for the females, which is the makeup. Because females are naturally beauty inside and out. Makeup is just here to enhance it and to create a creative look or a style to show everyone who you are, your personality, so everyone knows what to expect from you.
All right. I want... Thank you. Very good. But for me, I need to take off the mask. You're doing makeup artistry. Show us your beautiful face. Look at that smile. Yes. Remove it from around here. Yeah. Let's see your beautiful face. You're exhibiting beauty. All right? You're exhibiting beauty. All right. So tell us about your ingredients that you're using here today. Should I say ingredients?
Products, the goods, the items. So for now, I have eyeshadow palettes and a bronzer blush palette because today I'm just demonstrating on paper how to apply, your foundation, your concealer, your contour, lip gloss, lipstick, lip liner, how to shape and fill in your eyebrows because there are different shapes of eyebrows to help line the face. As I have here an image on my phone, the different shapes of eyebrows. So first, consultation is a must to know exactly what the client or customer or potential client, what they want, what they need, so they can live happy and satisfied with their service, their care. So you have to be very polite, you have to look interested, you have to, have a good vibe, a good attitude, positivity, so they can feel comfortable and secure, and they can feel that you know what you are doing as the professional. So some people, first they start with their foundation, after putting on, your moisturizer and your primer based on the person's skin type. You have people with oily skin, so you use products with less oil base, some with more water base. For oily skin, you use one with not an oil base because, it's going to make them look too shiny, and the buildup of the oil is not good for the skin because of the sebums. And so it can cause further acne if they already have any or any potential acne to their skin.
All right, so I see you have a sample face here. So are you going to do the lips for us? Want you to do the lips for us? Yes, just the lips. Yes, because of time, we're just going to look at the lips.
I'm for now, just taking up one of the brushes because you have different types of brushes. So depending on the skin tone and the undertone, it might be cool, it might be warm. So you go with a lip gloss or a lipstick or liner that would complement not only their lip shape, but also their complexion. So for now, because we'd say she has a pale skin tone, so we can use a good amount of colors on her because there's not much melanin in her skin, which would limit the amount of colors she can use on her face. So for now, I would go like this nice shade of pink here. You want to fill in around the lips. You go around the lip line first, because you want
Oh, you do the lip lines first? Oh, okay.
to get your desired shape. Because some people might want larger lips, so they might go directly on their lip line or above to make it look like they have larger lips. Or for some people with larger lips, they want to look like they have smaller lips, so you would put concealer around the lip line, and then
So what's the purpose of the concealer?
concealer to hide any blemishes, give dimension, shape to the area, to help make it look flawless. You know, some people might have acne or might have some spots they don't want to show in pictures or so on a daily basis. So they might use concealer to hide it, just a bit of concealer, not a lot, because again, the concealer is not foundation. Concealer is to hide any spots, bumps, or any blemishes that you don't want to show.
Nice. All right, then. So tell us and some other skill areas that you have at Hart College of Beauty Services.
So you have the makeup artistry, which deals with makeup. You have massage therapy. You have also nail tech, the nail tech class. You have the barbering, you have hairdressing. You can have treatment classes as well. You know, you have different shifts. You have the morning shift, the afternoon shift, evening shift, and you have the weekend as well.
So you have fingernail classes too? Like I see your fingers on fleek.
So because I had an exam to do, and I was free, but for my nail tech trainees, my fellow trainees, they were having a practice practical, and they needed someone, so I volunteered. She did a natural ombre and a French tip acrylic set on me, and it really looked wonderful.
Yes, it is very beautiful.
Because the course that I do, it's general beauty therapy, so we do nail art, we do nail tech, we do makeup, we do facial treatments, wax treatments, we deal with massage therapy as well. And because, you know,
So you do foot shell too?
of course, pedicures, manicures, spa, pedicure, manicure with additional treatments as well. So, you know, if your feet are more on the rough side, you can do a treatment, an additional treatment to help soften the skin. And if it's possible, if we can, we might recommend that, you know, you moisturize your feet at home as well, and to put on socks to lock in the moisture at home when you're going to bed, to keep that moisture and to keep your feet soft.
Very good. Hart College of Beauty Services. And also, at the Hart College of Beauty Services, there's a salon called the Salon 10. Move on over and get your pedicure, your foot shell, your facial, hand shell, back shell, all of those type of shells done at the Hart College of Beauty Services. Thank you. We're moving on outside. No, not yet. All right. Mr. Plummer. Come on over, Mr. Plummer. So we're at the Hart College of Construction Services over in Portmore, and we're here today with Mr. Plummer, instructor at the Hart College of Construction Services. Tell us about what you're displaying today, Mr. Plummer.
Today we will be displaying the steelwork, water level, and some of the tools that we use to do construction.
All right, so just give us some demonstrations of what you have here today. You could introduce your trainees as well. Come on over.
Mr. Rashid Mallet, Ms. White, and Chad Ogilvy. They'll be demonstrating what we do here.
All right.
Mr. Mallet will be doing we're showing the steelwork.
This is the bender plate. I use this to make stirrup. This is the stiffener. Gauge. This is the stiffener. Industry. State you use cheats to make the stirrups, but for training, you use quarter wire.
You say you use a quarter wire for training. Okay. And what do you use for the industry?
Cheats, Steve. Make a demonstrate and build a stirrup. So you can get some pressure. First, you have to put a bin on the top of the steel.
So what is he making, sir?
He's making a stirrup.
A what?
Stirrup.
Stirrup. He did not say syrup. He says stirrup.
Yeah, stirrup.
What do you use the stirrup to do?
He uses stirrup to make a cage, steel cage.
So this would be the finished product, right? Of what you're making. All right, let me see if it will look like this when you're finished.
Measurement. This kind of a default.
Probably need some pressure. Yeah. So apply some pressure to that to get it bend. Good. So, Mr. Plummer, what are some of the courses that are offered at Art College of Construction Services?
Well, we have level 2 courses in general construction. We have level 3 courses. We have plumbing, electrical from levels 2, 3 up to level 5. We have welding, and there's drafting. And we have the related courses such as the maths, the English, and they have some level 5, which is project management.
And I understand the other day that you have a new course now, telecommunications, right? That's right?
It is not so new, but it's new in the scheme of things.
Okay, then. So we just had a demonstration of some stirrups. Do you have any more demonstrations for us?
Yes, we'll have the water level that will be demonstrated by Chad and Miss White.
All right, Chad and Miss White are going to do the water level. And construction is a very large sector. Plumbing, electrical, construction, all of those come under that. All right, Miss White.
Hello and good morning. Okay, so a water level is used or can be used to show if a surface is level, and it can also show the difference between the height of one surface versus another. So this is a technology that was used many, many, many years ago. I understand from the days of the pyramids. And yeah, so one of the advantages of using this is that it can be used to find a level point over a very vast area. And even if the terrain is not regular in terms of its inundations. All right, so other than that, persons would have been accustomed to using tools like a line level, for example. This could have been used to find to find if an area is level over a very short distance. This is a 4 feet level. You could have used a 2 foot level. But like I said, the advantage of using a water level like this one is to find a level point over a wide distance.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Weiss. You're going to show us now how to go about doing the demonstration? Okay. All right, let's go to the demonstration. Construction is one beautiful skill. All right.
Okay. All right, so the first thing that we have to do, well, water finds its own level. That's the first thing. So if we look at what we're using here, it's a clear tube, and inside of the tube we've placed a colored liquid that allows us to see where the liquid is at. And when they're both together, this is our point zero. So you're seeing here where the water in this tube is at the same level as the water in this one. And we've marked the point there, and that's our 0 point. So now we can allow one of these sticks to remain at this point. And if he goes across, for example, if you were to step down there and go across, if he places that pole or stick on another level, you can see where the water has moved away from the point that was marked, and that indicates the distance or the how much that area goes below our level point here. And if you was to raise it, you could actually see down a little bit more until it gets there. That's the end of the stick there. Bring it, adjust it until it gets to the point, the mark on the stick. Okay, so that would show where the base, where you would have to build up to find level with it.
Oh, very good, very good. So you actually see the mark right there that alternates with, oh, I'm understanding.
With this one there, right. So if you were trying to make a platform, for example, you would know that you would have to build up to that point at the base of the stick for it to be level with this surface right here. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Can be used. Chad, you want to share another way that we could probably use the water?
Okay, Chad, come and show us another way it can be done.
We could use it to mark a line around a building. Like on the wall, like you want to demonstrate it. Sorry, come in next. Come with that one. We are going to find our point zero. Get them sectioned. And you want to draw a straight line, you could cry it, extend it down there, any distance you want, and you will check the level to get a straight line. Yeah.
And this method is called what again?
This is a water level. Yes. Yeah, see, it is level.
Very good, very good, very good use of water. Very good use of water, and I could call this water technology, don't it? It's actually water technology.
And another thing, it is good if there's no electricity to use a laser level. You can use to use other level that use electricity. You could use this. And for the spirit level, it cannot measure a wide area of distance, so you could definitely use this one.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. That's all I can say. Very good use of the water that is used here to create levels in the construction sector, right? And so I want to say thank you to the Hart College of Construction Services for being here this morning to show us all the different skills that they offer over there in Portmore. And so I want to wish you all the best. Over to you now, moderator. Thank you. And we are back. We are back. Vale Vocational Training Center. And we're going to close out now with some Valentine expressions. We're in the time of Valentine. I think it's Monday, when the lovers will be making, what, babies? Out at the hotels and all of that in the industries of hospitality. And so we have the persons here today. We have Mrs. Fullerton and we have Rosemary again, who's going to demonstrate to us and tell us about what they have there here displaying. I see a heart here with red and all of that. Mrs. Fullerton?
Yes, so as you know, we're in the love season. So these demonstration is to show you what you can make on your bed at home for your spouses. So here we have I, and the heart stands for love, and the U is, so it spells out I love you. And here is the male swan, sorry, and we have the female swan, and as you can see, they're looking at each other, eye to eye. And Rose will be doing a quick demonstration of how to make the heart. Because as you can see, this part is very simple. Right.
All right, so Rosemary is going to make the heart, right? I'm going to make the heart. You're going to pull this one out? All right. Let me help you. So I love you, and you use these on the beds in the hotels, right?
Yes, and also, as I said, at your home.
I'm going to place my finger here in the middle to get the towel in half. And I'm going to start folding it from the right side. So I roll it, and I roll it tight as well.
So you're doing it, rolling it like you did the swan, right?
Yes, and I roll it tight. When I start folding from the left side now. And you roll it tight as well.
So wives, parents, I'm talking to the parents now, not the children. Parents, you can do something like this for your husbands and your wives. For Valentine's Day coming up, February 14th.
See I make a knot here at the top. And then place this over the knot. And there is my heart. You can decorate it with your flowers.
So what if I want to put like a bottle of wine and all of that there? Okay. And it's very cost effective. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive gift. Just go to your bathroom, get a towel, go outside, look some plants, and you have something to give romantically. Yeah, it's... Can't say you didn't get anything. You get a towel well wrapped, well folded properly. And there you have it. I love you for Valentine. Make it Valentine's Day using your towels from the Lauderdale Vocational Training Center. Thank you. All right.
I am Matthew Gilzine, an operations technician employed at the South Jamaica Power Center, a subsidiary of JPS, which is maintained and operated by Caribbean Blue Skies Energy Limited. I am a 25-year-old graduate of the Caribbean Maritime University, where I studied industrial systems operation and maintenance. I'm also a past participant in the World Skills International Competition in Russia. I am a passion-driven person. I enjoy playing music. I enjoy dabbling in electronics and programming, and as such, I have found myself in a field of work that endorses this kind of a skill area. My habits that actually aid in my success includes a lot of practice. Practice not only in the physical sense, but in a theoretical form. Meaning, learning a formula in class would not only stay in class. That's a habit I developed from high school. Learning about moments and applying it, for example, to a flagpole. A flag being suspended at the top of the pole, the wind taking that flag, acting as a force, and how much force it would exert on that pole being anchored at the base. Simple things like those I'd challenge myself with, and my friends would probably think I'm not so sane. I also do physical practice as well. My habits have been noticed by my parents from a very young age. My father had made up his mind he was not going to buy me any more toys because I was always curious to find out what's inside, what made it work, and to make something from what I would have salvaged from that toy. This habit followed me throughout university as I'd learned in detail about the different components, and I could now identify them, and I had a good knowledge of how they'd work. And so I tried to practice my labs at home with whatever stuff I would have already salvaged from previous toys. And that would help me to better understand what was taught in class, and it would put me in a good position for my exams and to be ahead of the class while I'm studying. Heart, Jamaica, and World Skills Incorporated. It has brought everything together for me, to be honest. The physical aspect of using my hands, which I tend to be actually pretty good at, and also the area of putting electronic stuff together and programming them and just seeing everything come together. My skill area was mechatronics, and mechatronics involves all of this: mechanical, electronics, programming. And so Heart, Trust, and World Skills brought all of that together for me. It also improved my critical thinking skills, and it helped me to plan before I execute, because the skill competition was also a timely one. It was time-based, and so you had to have a very good idea of what you're going to do, what you want to execute, and then put things together to execute in that same fashion in a timely manner. Technical vocational training is the best thing you can pursue. It allows you to be an entrepreneur. It sets you free from having to work for anybody, that's one. And it helps you to own your talent, own your skills, and it helps you to think creatively and to express yourself in ways you probably would not be able to express yourself in other fields. It is also in high demand in the world, I must add. From traveling with World Skills to Russia and to Brazil, and seeing just how great the emphasis is on skills and at what young age this emphasis is placed, I would suggest that anybody and everybody who has the capability and has the liking to just, cling to World Skills, cling to Heart, because Heart does a lot of the training, has a lot of skills facilities in Jamaica, and get to be certified and to be the best you can in whatever area. Initially, my experience with Heart and World Skills started at the National Skills Competition. Now, this opportunity was really kind of thrown at me at school, to be honest, and it was kind of, not something we had prepared for 100%. What it did, it stirred up initiative for one, the drive to go at it, to learn as much as you can, as fast as you can, and to, do your best. It also brought about a level of skill that I did not own at that time. I had to learn how to properly solder or properly put a sign together for national skills competition. You know, how to, you know, it involves some amount of art as well. So it was not just the particular skill that we were focusing on at the competition, but it was more holistic. It involved different aspects and making the most of those aspects to create one full presentation. So in essence, that helped me to develop a package and not just focus on a specific thing. It helped me to realize that you sell yourself in whatever you do. So your skill speaks for you in a sense. And I thank Heart Trust for that and WorldSkills. And I'd encourage persons my age that if at 25 you have a passion for skill and you have not started, you might be behind. And I'm definitely encouraging you, if you feel as though you are good with your hands and you think you would like to try something, go ahead and try it. Don't feel like it is less than, because it is not less than any other occupation. It is not less than any other money-making venture. And I think we should go at it with both hands because it is prized all over the world. I don't know why here we don't value it as much as we actually should. I think everybody should, well, everybody who has a drive to should move towards the skill areas.
Matthew came to us through the Heart NSTA Trust Program and the WorldSkills Jamaica. That's where his development started after high school. Then through university, he did some internship with JPS prior to coming here with us. And I can say, as one of the team leads who supervises him on a daily basis, we are very proud to have him here as a part of our team. And he's a shining example of what can be achieved. Heart NSTA and WorldSkills Jamaica are certainly doing human service to Jamaica in developing our youths.
Okay, so we are now at the end of National Careers Week forum, and I trust that you all enjoyed yourselves. We had guest speakers here who gave you motivational thoughts and really help your students to really be able to give up your best. Unfortunately, we won't be able to share with you at this moment the winners for the JB Stone competition or for the JS pitch competition, as persons are still, or some of those teams, members of those teams are still pitching. So we don't have the final scores to give to you at this moment. So we'll get the scores and we'll share them with you afterwards. So we'll announce winners at a later date. But I want to thank you all for coming out today. I hope that you would have learned something. You would have seen various ways how you can own your skills, the different skills you have, and how you can even continue the learning process and continue to grow in the various areas that you're in. I want to take this moment to thank our partners, our Trust, NSCA, the Library Service, and also Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. And of course, like to thank the sponsor from Junior Achievement, that's Citibank. Without these partners, this event would not have been made possible. I want to also thank our special guests who came on. They're here with you, helping you on this journey that you are on so that you can get the most out of it. And also the guest judges or guest judges that we had joining us today to really judge the various competition to give you, our students, feedbacks to help you to grow. Thank you all for joining today, and I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And as I mentioned before, we'll share the winners at a later date. So thank you and end of your day. So you can feel free.